You know, the saga of Abba Kyari, a once heroic police officer who caught the attention of the Inspector General, is becoming more degenerate. The erstwhile Super Cop has drawn the ire of the Police Service Commission, the PSC, and authorities of the Nigerian Police. So the indication is that an outright dismissal of a once ebullient officer is on the cards. So whereas the federal government has okayed the extradition of Abba Kyari to the U.S. so as to clear his name, the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, has filed an 8-count charge against him and 6 others. His employers are said to have given him 48 hours to explain his involvement in the hard drug case. There are no rules about living as you choose, Emeka, but those rules you make for yourself. But then before we go into it, let us take a commercial break. We'll be back, please. Oh yes, Emeka, we were talking about Abba Kyari.
Abba Kyari, yes.
Your one-time heroic cop.
Yeah. Well, what I believe is that he still is, according to the law, is innocent, you know, till proven guilty.
Guilty.
He's still an accused person, well, by virtue of the filing of charges against him by NDLEA. You know, but generally he's still a suspect, you know. So I hope the federal government will hasten his extradition to the United States to go and stand trial. And I'm looking at it that there are 2 possibilities. The NDLEA might decide to try him in absentia, maybe up to a point.
Yeah.
Or ask the court to stand down the case, or maybe his lawyers might ask the court to stand down the case to enable him to conclude with the US angle. But based on the things listed against him in terms of the US case, I don't know when he's likely to be free and able to come back to Nigeria to defend himself against the NDLEA.
You can be sure that the wheel of justice in the U.S. is not as tedious as ours here.
Yes, but the charges, he contested the charges. I want to believe that he gave it serious thought. He gave serious thought to the weight of those charges, unless he was just playing to the gallery. Because everything he posted on Facebook and here and there, statements here and there, I believe the prosecutors in the U.S. will have all those things. And I hope he will plead all those things in court. Otherwise, he would have ended up just giving them ammunition to finish him.
Yeah.
So I hope right now he knows that definitely he's going to be shipped to the U.S. He's going to be flown to the U.S. to face trial. And then the NDLEA angle is also there. And it's an international case, Brazil, Ethiopia, Nigeria. I don't know if those other countries might be interested. Brazil or Ethiopia might also be interested in the matter.
Might be interested parties.
Yeah, might also be interested in getting him extradited to their countries in respect of those charges. Yes, because that is a major drug route. You heard what the NDLEA spokesman says. It's a major Brazil, Ethiopia, Nigeria. It's a major drug route. And so even the United States will be, I believe they will be taking a close look at this case, that what is going on. So we wait and see how things progress. So I don't want to say anything about his integrity of character,
you are not passing moral judgment here.
No, of course. But you see, a lot of it has happened. You've seen a lot of it in the public space, that he was this and all of that. Let the courts decide. Let the courts decide at the end of the day. But we wait and see how things start.
Bola, but you know, the U.S. would not start a music it will not bring to an end.
Yes.
They would have investigated him, you know, in a subtle manner, you know, blow by blow.
Yes. Before
they demanded for his extradition.
Yes. Yes.
But again, the NDLEA angle is not giving us anything to cheer.
Okay, you see, everything is a process. Okay, asking for him to be extradited, you know, to the U.S. is a process. it may not conclude in the next 10 years if the guy wants to do it. Okay, look at the case of the late Senator Burije Kashem.
Look at
it was there from one court to the other, from one court to the other. Okay, this
in our country.
In our country. It's a process. Look, this thing will go from High Court to Court of Appeal, from Court of Appeal to Supreme Court. If the guy wants to contest it, even the case against him, in respect of the 8 charges leveled against him by the NDLA, the guy can still contest it. And you see, I'm not saying that he has the armament. I'm not saying that he has the fund. But if the people that, maybe his people, his state governments, the northern
friends,
his friend want to say, we want to start by you. I'm telling you, my brother, it will take a long process. Okay? But the issue is this. Instead of, if the guy really believed that, look, these are issues that he actually participated in, and there are real allegations against him. The issue in the US is just for 2 years. Look at the angle that, my brother painted, the angle of Ethiopia government, Brazil government. You see, the issue is this, even international police organization may even ask him. Okay, Nigeria, United Nations Drug Office may even ask him, because the focus now is not necessarily on cartels, an issue of drug smuggling. The issue now is that, look, what Interpol is now saying, which I did a special report on, and it came out about 2 weeks ago, is that, look, these people have really bought into government in West Africa.
Who are these people?
Yes, the cartel,
the drug cartels.
They've really bought that, look, they are ready to take over the government. They are going after the people in power who can really carry weight, and then, assist them in smuggling in their business. And we have 2 major routes in Africa. And that was the main reason that Guinea-Bissau president said, these people came after me because I was fighting them. And then they said 2 routes. The first route is that, look, Guinea-Bissau area, and then Benin Republic Bright. That means between
the Bight of Benin and Guinea-Bissau.
Yeah, Guinea-Bissau. No, 2. Okay, the side of Guinea-Bissau, and then the side of Bight of Benin. That means including Nigeria and Ghana. And then they said when these people land like that, you understand me? They use the weak enforcement
of law agencies.
Yes, agencies. They use them, then they will break, their business into portions. They can fly them, they can use them to enter into countries. And that is the more reason we have issue of tramadol and others.
Emeka, the danger here is that chiefly the young population in Nigeria has become enmeshed in this hard drugs and substance abuse.
It's really bad.
Which is the bigger problem we have to fight. It is worse than Boko Haram.
It's really bad. But it's one of the things fueling Boko Haram, fueling ISWAP and the so-called bandits. It's one of the things, because when they take these substances, it turns them into monsters. For those who can...
They fear no foe.
For those who can afford to get cocaine, fine. Heroin, fine. Tramadol, codeine. Those who can't afford to get all those substances, they look for local mixtures. They look for local
Emeka,
mixtures.
sorry. There's a Kennedy joining us from Jalingo. Jalingo is up north. Adamawa State, right. Okay. Kennedy, Taraba.
Okay, Taraba.
Yeah, citizen.
Yeah, welcome.
Yeah, good evening. Jalingo is the capital of Taraba
State.
We corrected ourselves. Thank you.
Okay. Let me just chip in on your first issue. You see, citizens, we just have to tell ourselves the truth. There is a proverb that said, an idle mind is a devil's workshop.
Absolutely.
Keeping our students at home, we are sitting down on a keg of rum. My brothers, if the Nigerian education system is good, there's no way you find about 4,000 or 5,000 Nigerians schooling in far away Ukraine. Now, let's keep that aside. On the issue of Abba Kyari, I smell a Nigerian movie, part 1, trying to act. Do you know why I'm saying this? Why must the NDLA actually wait until the United States actually indicted this man before they will now raise up a case against him? You see, if we are not careful in this country, may God help us. But our leaders are not helping matters. God bless you, and God bless you, and God bless your.
Thank you very much.
Kennedy, many thanks. You know, so that's what we're saying. He has just added the other angle.
The twist, yeah,
keeping students at home.
That is so
avoidably.
Bad. Avoidably. That's why I said government should look for money anyway. If elections were to hold, now INEC has not submitted his budget for the next year's.
They are working on this.
But the budget will be, in fact, it will sail through the National Assembly. It won't even go.
They will add to it.
It will sail, and they will add to it.
They will
so
add to the money.
Let's leave that by. It's a matter of priority. So in terms of drug abuse, it's a major problem.
And substance abuse.
Substance abuse is a major problem. The way people mix cough syrups and all kinds of things, gum,
all sorts of things.
Lizard excreta from lizards, or different kinds of things.
Do you know some of these things are unspoken? You are wondering how they work.
But they are real. So parents are advised to look very closely at their children. They should take a very good look at their children. They should counsel their children, because drug abuse is a deadly thing. It destroys an individual. It's difficult to really recover somebody who has been damaged, totally recover somebody who has been damaged by drugs. And not to talk of the damage to the internal organs. So we should stop this phony politics. I don't understand why NDLA had to file this 8-count charge. When the federal government had concluded the extradition process, what are you filing again? What are you filing again? Or is it in anticipation of what my colleague said, that Abba Kyari might fight the extradition? So, okay, if he decides to fight the extradition, let's keep him busy somehow.
What even about the idea of removing him from the police force?
Well, the police has they have their procedures. The Nigerian police, has its procedures. So, of course, he's on suspension. Definitely, if the police can say it has built a strong case against him, I mean, they can be justifiably said to be in order in terms of talking about getting him dismissed, because in serious nations, the mere fact of your indictment is a serious matter.
In fact,
like
you resigned before they even get to you.
Like one of my former bosses will say that the whiff, the smell of you getting enmeshed in such a thing is bad enough. So trying to defend it and all of that is just the typical Nigerian way of doing things.